Trigger on the stack. Na, 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 na. Goodbye. Welcome back. So today we are gonna continue on our junk grind here, and we're gonna play kind of a deck that's been super popular since the start of the season, start of Edge of Eternities, and that is Jund Sacrifice. Okay, the main card in this deck that everyone's been going crazy about is Weapons Manufacturing. It's 1 in a red for an enchantment. It says whenever a non-token artifact you control enters, create a colorless artifact token named Munitions. When this token leaves the battlefield, it deals 2 damage to any target. So the whole point of this deck is we're going to put a bunch of artifacts on the battlefield. Weapons Manufacturing is going to make a bunch of munitions tokens. We're going to sack those. We're going to deal a ton of damage. That is the whole point of the deck. So the way we can sacrifice those artifacts is kind of how the rest of the deck operates. So the best card, I think, in these decks, and I don't know if it's getting enough love, is this Umbral Collar Zealot. 1 in a black for a 3/2, sacrifice another creature, artifact, surveil 1. This is a 0 mana cost, 0 cost of any kind. This is a free sack outlet, and in this deck it goes bananas because we get to just keep sacrificing a bunch of artifacts over and over again, especially the munitions, to deal a bunch of damage. The other key card in this deck is Biotech Specialist, and this one is kind of what puts the deck over the edge. So this is the one that says it's green and red for a 1/3. It says when this creature enters, create a lander token. When you sacrifice an artifact, this creature deals 2 damage to target opponent. So when you're sacrificing these munitions tokens from Weapons Manufacturing, you're actually dealing 4 with the Biotech Specialist. And so by doing that, you start to kind of knock off your opponents super quickly. You deal a ton of damage really fast. The way we maximize that then is all the rest of the deck, so the ways we can sacrifice different tokens. So I got some demand answers to kind of cycle through our deck, sacrifice artifacts. What else? I got a 1 of Tarian's Journal. I'm not entirely convinced that we should be putting another one in the deck. I think it's really good. A Legion Excruder. This is what most people have been playing, but I actually think the Journal might actually be better, so we'll have to wait and see on that. And and the Viper. So the Viper is kind of the top end of the deck. I'm only playing 2 of. I think it's easy to flood out, and you don't want a ton of these. So we're only playing the 2 of. You can get it out really quick because a lot of our permanents when they come into play, make more than 1 permanent. So you have a lot of things to sack to it. Sometimes you can cheat out wins. The kind of things that make this deck go, I got like 2 of Tough Cookie, puts 2 artifacts into play, triggers Manufacturer, Clockworth Percussionist, way to kind of cycle through our deck, also triggers Manufacturer, Edge Rover, 2 permanents after you sack the first one, and I think a card that people are sleeping on in this archetype is actually Gene Pollinator. This is Llanowar Elves, except I can tap for any color. I'm making a ton of permanents in this deck. It's an artifact as well, so it still triggers Manufacturing. You can still sack it to deal damage. And I think this makes I think this card specifically makes this deck about a turn quicker than other builds that I've seen. So in testing, it's been actually phenomenal. The kind of spicy card that I have also not seen anyone playing is Devastating Onslaught. And this card is berserk in this deck. So earlier in testing, I actually was able to copy Rodmouth Viper 3 times and swing in for lethal that way, which was amazing. But also the one thing that's really crazy about this card is copying Biotech Specialist. Because when I copy Biotech Specialist, I'm also making a lander token. But for every specialist I have on the battlefield, that's 2 more damage for each sacrifice. So if I have a bunch of things to sacrifice, I copy Biotech Specialist once or twice. Now every artifact I sacrifice deals 6. So you get into these spots where out of nowhere, devastating onslaught can just win you the game out of nowhere, and it's kind of insane. So, give this deck a try. I think it's a lot of fun. Yeah, let's give it a try. All right, so first hand, it's risky for sure. It's only a one lander, but I do have the Gene Pollinator, so I think this is a great chance to kind of show off the potential of this card. Let me move my camera over here, back to its home. All right, well, we're gonna find out if this was smart or not. If our opponent torches this right away, we could be in a lot of trouble. Did draw another land. So I can play a couple of things here. Well, we can do this. We can make it green. We can do that. And then, do we want to kill this thing or do we want to do the journal? I say let's do the journal. Tap that. Get the journal going. And then I'm going to sacrifice that. Make a lander token. Alright, now we got our engine going. Opponent's playing like an aggro landfall deck, I'm assuming. Playing a lot of birds. So our deck is really doing us a lot of favors right now. I'm drawing us the lands we need. I really want to get this, start chipping away at damage here, so we'll do this. Countering that. That's crazy. That's fine. Well, what we can do is I'll tap this lander token to make a mana. Do we want to kill the bird? I think so. This is activated as a sorcery. It is, so we'll draw a card now. Okay, so let's see. It says whenever one or more birds control attack, that's drawing a lot of cards, and it's got the landfall trigger. It's 5 toughness, so definitely kind of tough. So we'll cast this now. You know, I can. Try to find an answer. Sack this artifact here. Let's see. 2 damage to that. Try to find an answer. We didn't find one. But I can do this. I can do this. And what we'll do is if they attack with the bird, I will chump it and deal 3. So I can't sacrifice that just yet. So I'm actually gonna sacrifice one of these now. There we go. Alright, so this chip damage is actually going pretty well. You know, I think we're gonna get them in range here pretty soon. I think drawing the Zealot is insane pretty soon here because we're gonna be able to just kind of combo off. I mean, I got 2, 4, 6, 8 damage right off the bat here between all this going on. I'm just making another bird. Do I even want to? Can't get a land out of nowhere sneakily, can they? Oh, I am. Oh. Okay, so we're in a little bit of trouble here, so. What I can do is block there. Yeah, I'm gonna eat that and block there. And I'm not gonna kill it. I will kill that instead. But I am gonna bargain it because I get the 2 damage for it still if I bargain it. Yeah, that's what we're gonna do. Yeah, I'll take that. It's another artifact to sacrifice. So let's say we do this and we tap that. Cast that. Cast that. We start here. They're gonna block the clockwork, which is fine. It's sorcery, not. So I'll do this. It's gonna deal 2. Didn't draw me. Oh, do I shock this in? 2, 4, 6. I'm 1 artifact short. What I can do. Well, why don't I start here? I can sack this, or I sack it this way and draw a card. I just need to find an artifact. It's not an artifact. It saves me life. Okay, we'll do this. We're gonna discard a card. Again, we're just 1 artifact wins us the game. There we go. I left the red up for that. 2, 2, 4, 6. Good game. And we put the puzzle together. Figured it out. Alright, cool. We did it. All I do know is that the journal was insane last game. I mean, that was the thing that kind of chewed me through the deck. Like I said, I'm pretty confident that I want another one of these. I think this is just exactly what the deck wants. Like, you don't want to run out of cards. I think that's the worry. This card's insane too. I mean, what a gift that they gave us. This card is ridiculous. So they're gonna start growing this thing. It's gonna get pretty big. They're gonna second one, play their land, and get 2 1/2s, and we're definitely in trouble. Trying to decide if I'm gonna play Zealot or Journal. Zealot means that I kind of have a better threat of blocking next turn, and I can respond to something at instant speed, so I'm more easily able to block with the Edge Rover later. So I think that's the play, is to play this. This kind of says, hey, don't attack, and if they want to kill something, I can just Journal I would have had to do on my own turn, so. So now I can block and then sacrifice. I'm gonna surveil out of the deal. So unless it's exactly a red land, I'm putting all lands on the bottom of the deck. Is that a good card right now? Oh man, could you imagine copying the Viper? I think for that reason alone, I think we're keeping it on top. We're gonna try to get to Viper. I think the real question is I'm like, am I sacrificing this now, or am I gonna save it to cast Viper for sure next turn? Like, oh, I actually just screwed up big time. That was a big miss. Oops. That was a big screw up. Oops. Can I sacrifice myself? No. Alright, now I want to do this. Because now we're really behind. We need to start digging. Yeah, we're going to have to concede this one. The turn 1 Chocobo plus Mockingbird, I had no chance. I had no removal, no red mana. Yeah, we'll give this one turn here, but yeah, we're just dead. That's fine. We're just dead. We're just dead. It's still too loud, maybe? Let's see. Audio. We'll crank this down a little bit more even. I do got my red land and I got a bunch of removal spells. It's kind of greedy because I only have the one land. But this, I won't die. I won't die right away, so like, I think this is fine. Yes. Not letting that happen. No shenanigans for you. Alright, so Percussion's good because we got something to sacrifice it to for demand answers, so just chugging along here. Maybe they didn't draw another land? No, they're definitely playing another land now. Well, let's... Zin! Put a counter on that. Put it in. Chocobo. It's 3 to equip. Well, we gotta kill this. That's like the best card in the deck. That card's absurd, by the way. We played that in the John Lance deck and it was ridiculous. Hey, we did it. They folded the removal spells. That was the secret. I would love to play first. Keeping a 4-lander scares the heck out of me. Scares the heck out of me. Like, keeping a 4-lander plus Viper, like, I'm like nowhere near casting this card right now. That did help. Alright, we're gonna play this tapped. Save on a little bit of life here. Then we'll play the starting town next turn. That was a good draw. Let's see if they kill one of these things here. We're gonna be able to cast a snake next turn. Is my opponent gonna just like board wipe me though? I'm very scared of that. Braid my biotech specialist. Yeah. So Braid tells me they don't have a board wipe, which is good. Which is good. Stream, okay. Third mountain. Opponent, what's your plan? You're just red? Just big red. Okay, so we're like definitely getting in here. And then I just gotta decide what I want to sacrifice. If I sack these 4, 5, 6, leave the 2/2. I like that. I think leaving the 2/2 is probably good. The one really good thing about Clockwork is this card I can play until the end of my next turn. So like, we're in good shape. But obviously I'm hoping to live the dream here. So if for some reason Rodmouth stays alive for a turn, we're gonna get to copy it and kill them. They're gonna discard a card, I would imagine. Instead of taking 4 and going to 8. Chandra. I could only hope they play Chandra. And if I draw an untap land, I just make 2 snakes and the game's over. I'm assuming I'm gonna get a concession from this Devastating Onslaught. This is why we put this card in the deck. We didn't even have to get to it. Opponent doesn't even know. But I think right now, until I see that, I'll like make them have it. Like I said, keeping 4 land hand was bad earlier. Keeping 5 is miserable. I go. I guess I like got a good clock. Like, wow, 6 land is bad. Like I go 1, so I go Rover into Cookie, and then I animate the food on turn 3. Which, like in all fairness, is a fast clock. I think this Cookie's gonna get abraded. It gives me food to sack to this demand answer. Yep. It's okay. So what I'll probably do here is I'm just gonna duress them, and then do I care about this? I got so many things to play. I'm taking this. I don't really care about that right now. There is an argument for cracking this lander and just trying to thin my deck out as much as possible. I mean, at this point, I'm drawing gas the rest of the game. I actually think that might be the move. It's like, we're kind of going, it's kind of a crazy plan, but like, we're going to go for the deck thinning plan. But let's make sure when we cast this demand answers that we sacrifice the lander token because I have no more basics in my deck. I'm gonna see a boiler bridges here, which is fine. I'm gonna cast this in response. I'd be shocked if they play this, but that card's actually really good because like, you kind of get to double up on your boiler bridges. Alright, sack an artifact, pay the life, sack the lander, deal 2. Gotta draw some gas here though. That would qualify. Do we just hard cast it? Or do I sack the food to get 2 more damage in? This pollinator also is not really doing me anything. I can get 2 damage out. I can turn this pollinator into a shock right now. Let's do that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If I sack the biotech, then I could cast that, but I think I'm fine like this. I'm gonna sack that. Turn both of those into shocks. Totally fine with me. Now my opponent's gonna go to 4. And like I said, I don't really care about that. Yeah, and they don't either now. They can warp in the boiler bridges, but it's not really. Oh, it's got haste though. Oh god. Miscalculation there. Okay, an onslaught Devastator wins me the game here. So I'm good. If I draw that card that I think I put at the bottom of my deck earlier. Oh, didn't draw it. We are in trouble. We'll see. Maybe there's like a chance we don't die. Maybe they just have like lands in their hand. Yeah, like that's okay. So we just survive a turn. There's 21 lands in this deck. And I drew 9 in the top 17 cards. That's bananas. Yeah, we're dead. We are dead. Let's give it a shot. Can't keep that. This is better. What do I want to put back? Maybe a land. Maybe this land. Get our Birds of Paradise going. This turn I can actually cast Cookie plus Duress. What do we got? Okay. Kind of home free for a turn. Warp that? Oh, I see. That's right. Hopefully we draw an untapped land. That was good too. I mean, I suppose I could... No. Get this going. Yeah, all we need is a biotech specialist. We're gonna be able to kill the technician. But I don't really have an answer for that. Is that a Kavu by chance? It is. That's crazy. Okay, so we do this, and then we sacrifice. Okay, so let's do this first. Tap it. And then we sacrifice that. We want the land on top. We want to kill that. I want to hit for 5. Yep. Then I'm actually going to end step sacrifice this rover. So I can make up the board. Doesn't feel good, does it? We'll hold off. We'll actually do this. We'll... Okay, let's be smart about this. Let's draw a biotech specialist. Can you do that, please? Thank you. Can I kill them? So I play this, I got 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. It's not lethal. But I can kill them next turn. So we just kill them next turn? Seems good. Alright, now if my opponent doesn't do anything, we win the game. Isn't that fun? It's so fun. So the remove spells were the correct play. Gotta remember that. This card's impressing me quite a bit. But oh, these cards are so good together. These two are just insane. On RP, let's go. Well, no lands is not good. 4 lands is also not good, but the rest of it's good. Keep. Ditch that. We'll ditch that. Deck is humming right now. I think this deck has so much potential. I think once people crack it, it's just gonna be insane. Well, it's the first time we've drawn that tonight. I don't have any other artifacts to play. I think I'm just applying pressure, putting a 3-power creature on the battlefield. Just swing it. My opponent's gonna just kind of dirtle around a little bit. That doesn't even stick around as a 2/2. I thought it made 2/2s every turn. Alright, we're in pretty good shape here, so. I've got 6 burn on the board. What are they gonna do? Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know about that card. I know a lot of people were really hyped about it, but I'm just not seeing it. Huh. Well. Okay, I gotta think about this really quick. If I sacrifice this, I can still play the Viper. Start there. That's fine. Deal 2. That's another shock. Okay, so we're fine right here. Oh, you know what though? It is a little bit of a bummer because I could play weapons and that making munitions. 4/6. They would absolutely have to discard if I casted the snake. Maybe maybe we still do it this way because this kind of guarantees it next turn. You know? So like now I play the snake and I just 2, 4, 6, 8 damage. Who knows? Is that super good? It's gonna untap a thing.
My new future.
What to crew that up somewhere? It's a 4/4. It makes a 2/2 that I can. Okay. Yeah. That was the one right there. I needed that. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Lethal. Is it lethal? Is it lethal? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Goodbye. Trigger on the stack. Na, 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 na. Goodbye. I know there's a lot of people saying that Snake has not been good. Snake has been really good. Yeah, not a keepable hand. This one's more keepable. It's not great. Am I getting rid of the Viper? Oh, it's like I want Devastating Onslaught and I want Viper. But I can't keep both. Which one's better with the rest of the hand? Honestly, the snake might be better because this is gonna pump out a ton of munitions tokens. Okay, really hoping this doesn't get shocked. Because if it doesn't get shocked, I get to play Manufacturer plus Rover. Oh no, it's gonna get shocked. Don't kill it. Brother, really? Okay. Yeah. Don't counter this. Don't do it. Please don't counter this. Thank you. Yes, this card's good. You should have killed it. Okay. Did get me there. Because I would have been almost in snake territory. Should have been berserk. Bananas. I would have been insane. I would have been able to cast snake. 2 and 3. Now you're killing that. Now we're a little behind. 2 damage to any target. It does deal 2 to the face, which is a little better. So if I draw an untapped land, I can kill something with Torch, and then also make a 3/3 out of the deal. Okay. Yeah, just draw me lands because I'm gonna need them if I want to cast these snakes. Onslaught would have, I don't know, it's kind of the same. Drawing second snake is tough. It's effectively a dead drop. If they minus this, I will torch it. Let's just let them go search for their thing
Even
first.
the smallest trinket has its use.
And now we'll torch it.
Quite a moment. Here.
Yeah, that plays. Now I'm drawing live. Like, if I draw an untapped land, I get to cast Snake. If I draw something else, I get to cast that. So now we're drawing okay. Opponent kept a bunch of removal spells and didn't get anything to make their deck go. There's my untapped land. Now the real question is did they keep a counter spell? This is okay. Yep, that's totally okay. I still get to cast Snake. I am going for it because minimum it gets countered. I still get a trigger off that. You know, hopefully they were just wanting to sacrifice a lander token and move on. Yeah, man. Discard a card. Yeah, this deck is just humming right now. This is crazy. I mean, we are just flying around right now with this deck. that a good draw? Let's see what they do here. They have to interact with this in some way. Or they could sacrifice non-land permanents. So now we got protection, like I can just cast second Viper now next turn, which is pretty good. Yeah, not anymore. Oh yeah, I still can. Hey, what did you draw? This is it. You can make a 2/2. Alright, you did it.